Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a great Thursday so far. Lakshman, hello. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Oliver, hello. Utkarsh, hello. Again, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Names are hard. I'm happy to have everybody from all over the world here, but please be forgiving when it comes to names. I don't expect many people to get my last name right, but yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm okay. Lakshman says yes. Okay, thank you. Let's go ahead and let's dive into some introductions here. Hello, everybody. My name is Shawn. I'm a photographer. I am based in Germany. If you're watching this on Behance, you can click on my icon that's all the way up that way, and it'll take you to my Behance page, which is this. If you're watching this live, it's going to take you to the live streams. Michelle, hello. If you want to check out my past work, including the community's artwork, David Cousins, hello. We have the Light in Art Community Challenge. You can check out the community's work. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, you are going to see a Linktree link like this in the description. It looks something like this. You can jump over to my Behance from hitting Behance right there. And if you would like to share your work with me so I can share it with the community, you can join my Discord from here. Back over here. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe and or buy me a cup of joe. Bruce, good morning. How are you, Bruce? And David and Utkarsh and Lakshman. Michelle, how are you all? I hope you're doing well. Today is going to be another exploration day. Sandrine, hello. Let's jump over into my Discord. I am good. Are you? I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Oliver, that is correct. Oh is the correct response to what I just said. So yesterday, and I didn't get really a lot of time to dive into this, but we have our own Rick, our own Z. Hey Shawn, your shifting triangles got me thinking of different ways to animate it. It's not the same as the art you saw, but it's customizable. I am working on the lights, but actually might need to add gradients to the individual shapes to get it closer to the original. So what? This and I'm on the wrong side. And he sent me the After Effects file. So let's jump into After Effects to begin with. Actually, no. Let's take a step back. Yes, the D. That's how I saw you. I thought it was you. I thought it was just a big smile. Let's do a recap for those of you that are new here. And welcome, by the way. Let me pull this up really quick. And I'm a photographer, and I'm trying to get into other apps and other avenues. And so sometimes for me, things are hard. And I was at the Frankfurt, let me turn that sound off, at the Frankfurt airport in Germany, and I got photobombed by a bus. But I saw this animation done by Media Frankfurt. Oh, I am not a beginning photographer. I am not that. Okay, we're already going down a tangent here. Tangent time. Tangent time, people. If you give me a follow, you can jump over here and jump into my live streams, and you will see that I have a ton of photography. We did a photo restoration of PJ's parent. We did I did black and white. I dove deep into black and white photography editing. I edit the community's photos. So I do a ton of photography, but I know that gets boring to watch all the time. So I try to mix things up with different projects. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it is not. Bruce says, good, I'm smiling now. Thank you, Shawn. Good. That makes me happy. Okay, so back to this project here. Again. Okay, this was done by Media Frankfurt in Germany. And as you can see, we have a series of triangles that are being animated. There are, looks like animation of lights, possibly gradients on it also. So for you that were here on Tuesday, when I saw this past weekend, I was thinking, I have absolutely no idea how this was made. None. It's cool. I want to try to make it. So Tuesday's stream, let me minimize that. Let's get back into Illustrator. What I did here is I brought in a screenshot to create the actual triangles. That's as far as we need to talk about when it comes to Tuesday's stream. Ooh, is that off? That looks off to me. It is. Oh, Illustrator. Be bigger. Be bigger. There you go. Okay, so this is where I started making the shapes. You can see them up here, getting the triangles set up. Next off, let me turn off our background. I took the individual shapes, and the big thing that I was trying to do is, as you can see, I have a 1920 by 1080 canvas, is to create these types of peaks. So it's not an overall flat bunch of triangles. It's actually creating a series of dimensions. And you maybe could get it from a flat sheet of triangles, but this is where I'm at right now. Oliver says it's not actually a bunch of triangles stuck together. It's a triangulated polygon mesh. Still no help. Burnt, hello. Good to see you. So this is where I am at right now, okay? So now at this point, it's built. I've got the idea of what we need. So let's jump over into After Effects. And this is what Rick sent me. Now, I'm going to be completely forthcoming here. What Rick made here is beyond me. Stuart, hello. It is way beyond my knowledge. Rick was nice enough to jump into a video chat with me really quick and we could talk it over. So this is kind of where I'm at right now, is thinking about what I want. And I'll show you how far I've got with my idea, but let's keep going on. It's a low poly 3D modeling terrain mesh. I reckon they probably made it in something like Cinema 4D. Probably. Okay, so to begin with, down here, we have a comp. It's called a sheet of triangles. Actually, let's play this through first, just so you can get a feel for it. So this is what Rick put together, and it does have that sense of feeling of the waves going up and down. It's nice. It's quite nice. So that is what he has made. Now over here, on top of it, we've got our comp down here. Z. Wow, that Rick must be pretty smart. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. We've got an ambient light, which in reality, you know, it's adding the ambient light into it. Then Rick added 4 different spotlights. So we can actually turn these off, and we'll turn off the ambient light, and we'll go through this. Wait for it. This will take a second. Okay. So we've the ambient light, and then we'll add the spotlights, and you can see the one up here. Another spotlight. Another spotlight. Another spotlight. And you can see these spotlight icons right here. And of course, those can be animated if you want to move those around. Now, let's get into the sheet of triangles. Because as of right now, you get into this and you're like, okay, first off, I know you hit U, there's no keyframes. And Rick says, yes, I plan to animate them. Rick worked on this for like 2 days. So I am really darn impressed. So first off, we've got no keyframes. All right. So at this point, I was confused. I'm like, what's going on? Well, the entire time I was confused, to be honest. So let's jump into our sheet of triangles. Let's go ahead, get out of that and make this a little bit bigger. You can see what we've got going on here. And really interesting. As you can see, we have triangle down 0, 0. Okay. So if I click on that, you're going to see right here, it's the triangle down 0, 0. And Rick went through and has got every single individual triangle, and it's mapped. Holy snikes. Okay, now at that point, we've got these points, which I am not knowing have used what points are. But if we go ahead and let's open up the points, going into the effects, now let's go into 001 or 01. How was Holy Shnikes not became a t-shirt? All right, this is for you, David. It is an overlay. Rick nailing the whole stuff. Yes. That was inspired by Bruce. Okay. So at this point, if we jump in, and nope, that's not what I wanted. We wanted the expression point. So we've got all of our points, and the points are actually back to this appearance, which is a null. So go ahead. Come on, After Effects, stay with me. The edge points are not wiggled. Okay. After Effects doesn't like me streaming. Pick an inner point. All right, I will. Let's see. There we go. Let's grab 2-2. Okay. Our effect. Let's open up our point. And here is our expression. Now let me switch over to the other side. The expression is wiggle this comp.layer to appearance dot effect, wiggle frequency slider, this comp dot layer appearance effect, wiggle amplitude. So I am not good with expressions, but pretty much what that says is, hey, I want you to come up here and look at this appearance and do what this appearance says. That's pretty much what it's saying in my terms, in layman terms. So those are our points. Then if we get into our appearance, which is just a null, if I turn it on, you're going to see the red triangle right there. That's just a null. And we go into our effects, you're going to see that we have a wiggle frequency and a wiggle amplitude. So those are the main effects. Just your basic JavaScript. I've never learned coding. That's the problem. Let me show that again. Oh, I was blocking it. We've got the wiggle frequency and wiggle amplitude. I didn't say that exact same thing, Michelle. I was like, oh my gosh. And Rick's like, I'm a programmer. There's a way to program it. I'm like, oh, okay. Wow. So every one of these points, and this is pixelated right now. I apologize for that. Let me set it to full just for fun. So we've got all of these points that are looking at the appearance, and that appearance is giving the wiggle. Okay. So we save that as a comp, and now we jump back into here, and now it's got to load again. It's got to render. Did you look at the expressions in one of the triangles? I did not. Let's do that. I mean, we looked at... Let's go in. We got our contents. Shape 1. Okay, not seeing any effects. Am I on the right side? Yep. Mafu, hello. There's no material. Expand the path. Okay. Shape path 1. Path. Expression path. Okay. Constant row equals name dot sub something 7-1. Click on the expression, Rick says. Holy snikes, Mafu! Yeah, there are more lines. Constant. Create path. Whoa, okay. Cutting my head off again. I think I screwed my camera up somehow. Yeah, that's better. Looking at all this code reminds me of why I draw things. It reminds me of why I use a camera. Rick says this is how each triangle is made. It pulls 3 of the points. My head already hurts. Looks like someone opened a can of worms. Who, me or Rick? Robbie, yo. Or Roby, hello. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Okay. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And Stuart says, nice thinking, Rick. Yes, let's go ahead. Let's turn those off. Ides, why you gotta be like that? Why? The theory is not too difficult to understand, but actually coding it is. Yes. Now, I mean, again, to be perfectly honest, this is beyond me. This is beyond my knowledge. This is beyond my understanding or capabilities even in After Effects. And I have no problem saying that. So, for me, by the way, Rick, wonderful job. Thank you for this. Wow. It just looks complicated because of the way you reference things in JavaScript. Yeah, I know. Okay. But if I don't have an understanding of one bit of JavaScript, like when it comes to expressions, I can loop. There you go. Stuart says, I wonder that you could also do this with puppet pins, etc. for us mortals. I will, hold on, Stuart. We will get into that because there's even a better way than using a puppet warp, especially if you make a typo and omit. Yep. Ooh, I'm going to try to get your name right. Kumbihara? Hello? I opened After Effects. That was complicated enough for me. Okay, so I am not going to continue diving into this file because, to be perfectly honest, this, like I said, I'm just going to be like having a very dumb look on my face looking at the screen, which is, you know, kind of the normal for my streams. So let me go ahead and, ooh, let me get out of that. Let me open something up here. And I downloaded, let's actually do this the right way. Let's open this up. Okay. What are you doing, Shawn? I am pounding my head against my desk. Does it play? Does what play? If it helps, I drew a dragon on your Discord. Sorry, wrong button. You can't give me tangents like that, especially on days like this, because I will go to them. I will. Today's a tangent day. Holy snakies. Okay, I have to share this. Our own David Cousins, something I knocked out for Hyrilo? Yeah, it plays. I showed it. Hold on. Let's take a look at this. Dang. I'm loving your motion, your colors that you're starting to take over, your color palette. I mean, the coffee, the steam or smoke coming off the coffee. I love the use that you're putting in. It's so cool to see your progression and to be able, like, when David was on the stream, on the Relink stream, it was so cool to look at his work overall as a career. And it's amazing to see this. You know, this shows the maturity of an artist. It's amazing. I mean, so freaking good. The halftone usage. I'm loving it. So good. No, not pow. Kick. Oh, so good. Okay, the client sketch, followed by my roughs and lines. That's a sketch? Oh, Rick, thank you. I showed people that it's in the Discord. I'll show it again. Oh, that's such good line work. Elizabeth, hello. Wow. Now, David, I have a question. Let me open this one up. Okay, so do you normally, when you're working with a client in this, do you get the rough approved and then the line work approved? And then of course you hand off the final. But like, do you also get this one approved, or is it just the sketch? No, I'm a photographer. But we have people that are designers, artists of all kinds. I get both approved. Okay, smart. Thank you for that. I wanted to ask. Saves changes down the line. I guess as long as your client is prompt, that is absolutely great to do. Oof. Wow. David, keep them coming. Keep sharing your work. I love seeing it on Instagram. I love seeing it on my Discord. If anybody wants to check it out, it's on my Discord under the community artwork. Spectacular. Rick did say, if you go over to the stream chat and scroll up, here is the After Effects file, and you can also play it here. But Bruce was asking if it plays, so I let this render out. The foreshortening is insane. It is. David says, with clients who aren't prompt, I often work ahead when I'm confident they'll approve. So, you know, one of the things about this, it's subtle, but it's totally edible. It's not destructive in any way. You can adjust the wiggle, the amplitudes, very easily with the way that Rick made this. So it's subtle, but I dig it. I dig it. Okay. Let me... I think I opened that one up. Let me open this one. Don't save. Okay. Let's jump into Illustrator. So I wanted to get my head wrapped around some things, what you're capable of doing. So all I did is I jumped into Adobe stock because I was really trying to do something fast and get my head wrapped around certain things. So as you can see here, let me switch sides. Chat is on fire today. I love it. Okay. So first off, everything comes in on one layer. This is stock. You're not going to get, you know, everything. You've got your paths. Everything's on its own layer. So if you are taking something into After Effects from Illustrator as an Illustrator file, the objects in which you want to animate, you have to get them on their own layer by themselves. So one of the things, you know, this was just a free Adobe stock image. And can we see your setup, brother? What setup? What setup? Are we gonna really need to do this? So, too many tangents today, but that's okay. You know I love a good tangent. Tell me what setup you want to see. I think I know what you're talking about. And I show this every now and then when someone asks. Let me open this. I think this is what you're talking about. If you scroll into my live streams, you will see a how I stream. This is a web page. This is a web page that I made with Adobe Express, as you can see up here. That gives you a full breakdown of everything I've got with all the links that you need and what you need to stream. And then my setup, as you can see, I've got 2 Macs, I've got a 3rd screen, I've got my microphone right in front of my face. This light I don't use very often. I've got my camera right here, and I've got a light bar set up there. Now, as for lighting, I have a light over there that is a fill light, or it's a ambient light. Then I've got 2 lights behind me lighting the green screen. And then of course the third is, this is the actual fill light to make me look pretty. So Oliver, thank you for that. So yeah, that's my setup. Hopefully that answers your question. All right. Let's get back into Illustrator. Okay, so as you can see over here, we've got 3 layers. We've got layer 1, background layer. We've got this mound here as a layer, and then this mound here. Now, the reason I chose that is because these look like peaks. That looks like a peak right there, and then we have a second peak right there. And so in my mind, this was before Rick shared everything with me. And I was thinking like, okay, how do you do this? So I've got those layers, and let's jump into After Effects. And what I've got going on here is, let me go ahead, we'll turn that off right now, bring this over, and you can see I've got the peak is here, and the secondary peak is here. I'm on the right side. I have my background layer, which is still an Illustrator file. I will change it into a shape layer once I want to animate it. But then here you can see I've got my middle and I have my right for my peaks. So if I go ahead and animate this, you can see the peaks are being animated, which this is something a little bit different than what Rick was trying to do. Rick was animating all the points. Let me turn back on. Now this, I've got a fill layer with a 4 color gradient on it. So let me go ahead. Oh, just wait, because this is where I'm at. I have to start thinking through, and the gradient moves. I've got the 4-point gradient adjusting and moving, which in my mind, I didn't think of using the spotlights. I was thinking more of using the gradients to get that color kind of moving around. So you can see I went in a totally different direction. Now, this was extremely frustrating for me to get to. Let's jump in to this shape here, okay? So I've got it on its own layer. I've converted it into a shape layer. And here you can see that what I am doing is those points right there is what I'm animating. So let's go ahead. I'm going to open that up. We're going to go into our contents, and you're going to see that we've got our groups. And you can see right here that we've got keyframes. So if I would have just hit U, and way before I had any keyframes, trying to get to this point was nuts. You found a bunch of them? What were the keywords that you used? Because I searched. I didn't find it. Okay. Let's get back out. So if we open this up, and into each group, all right, I'm going to save that for later. Each group, you've got a path. Then you open up your path, okay? So let's do this again. Let's hit U. So I've got all the shapes, each individual shape on the path, right? This is where it gets really, really tricky. If I go through and I select, and you're not selecting all the paths, I select all the paths right there. Coming up here to the selection tool, I get this, and you can see I've got the little box around next to my arrow that's saying, hey, you want to select this. You will not get that selection box. So the only way, if you have just a path selected, at first you can only select one path. All right, so I'm like, oh my, I don't know what to do. So you have to make sure that you are in the area to have that box. That way you can go in, make a selection, select all of those paths, and then I can grab it and animate it and move it wherever I want. This may be very basic to certain people. It was not to me. It was not to me. So I just screwed those keyframes up. So let's grab the back keyframes. I'm going to go Command C. My playhead is at the end. Command V to put those back. So that way I have a true looping. Now, as you can see, I've got secondary paths to give it so it just doesn't go out and back, because it's not a position in the sense of saying if you've got a position of a object and it goes from point A to point B, usually there is a line there that you can change the line. You can give it an arc, you can give it a curve, you can, do anything you want with it. Here, I'm not getting that, and I don't know why I'm not getting that here on the screen, where I can go in and say, okay, why, it's going from here to here, but it's not showing me the path. So anyway, this is, let's go ahead, hitting U again. As you can see, as a whole, well, let me zoom out. With an very simple animated gradient, and then somewhat simple but hard for me, animating those peaks. Okay. I think you're up to speed now. So we're gonna close out, not save. Frog, hello. I'm gonna shut down After Effects right now, just to kind of save my computer. But okay. Now this this looks like such a mess. Let's get rid of that. Don't save it. I need to get this ready. So looking at what it is that I want to animate, I need to get those on its own layer. Now, as you can see, I built this way past. way past the barriers of our 1920 by 1080. And of course I can zoom in, zoom out, whatever. But in my mind, before having the pinned points and thinking about maybe using like a turbulent displacement, something like that on the overall image, okay? That's one of the things that I'm kind of thinking about, and I don't know if that is going to work, because I think a turbulent displacement is going to warp the straight lines. So it's kind of, without having the ability to do what Rick did right now, Frank says it will. That's what I'm thinking. So in my mind, I am almost thinking about breaking this up into groups and animating. I don't know, but I know I need to get this into groups. I know that for sure. So as you can see right now, that's so much puppet pins. I mean, yes, we can. If I'm going to go to that extent, I'm going to learn what Rick did. Frank, you showed up a little late. Let me jump back into my Discord. So as you can see, this is what Rick did. And just on one big triangles. Yeah, just on the big triangles. I know. So this is what Rick did. And this is a great animation. It's exactly pretty exactly close to what I want to create. The difference is I don't have the After Effects knowledge to duplicate this. I mean, I could maybe. No, Frank, that's why I'm giving you a recap. Don't be sorry. I could try to copy and paste and steal, and but is that really going to be teaching me what it is I need to know? I don't know. But if I'm going to be doing it that way, I need to get every single triangle on its own layer. Now, if I'm thinking that I want to go ahead and animate these peaks, I can put those on their own layer, which I think that I'm gonna do. So let's go ahead, let's get out of that. Let's make a new layer, and we're gonna call this one our right peak. This might not be the right thing to do. And go ahead, select all of these. Okay, it's deselecting now. I've got, oi. This is like watching somebody do their taxes. Carry the one. All right, see what we've got going on in here. Making sure, okay, that's the one that's messed up right there. Go ahead, we're gonna go Command G, we're gonna group those together. And let's grab that, put that up there. Making sure I got everything, yep. Okay, let's lock that one. Let's make another layer, and we're going to call this one our left peak. Shh, come on now, Shawn. Why did you open up? I hate that. I know taxes are coming. I have to do my German and also my US taxes. So I have that to look forward to. That's always fun. All right, let's go Command G. Let's group those. Got everything there. Let's lock it. So easy to bring up that silly grid and not so easy to turn it off. Yes. Except at the end of this, you have a cool effect as opposed to less money. David, have a great day. Thank you for stopping in. Take care. Now for this, I put the rest what do we have here? Oh. Not rid of that one. That one. Need that one just for the corner. Okay. Select those two. I'm gonna go Command G. Make a new layer. I'm gonna call that our extra. Get that on our extra. Let's lock it, turn it off. Miguel, hello. Okay. So I think I've got everything on our background. Those are our triangles. So we can lock and go ahead and turn that off. Let's turn these back on. Go File, Save As, and we're going to call this our clean wave. Illustrator file. Let's save it. Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, good. Okay, let's go ahead. We are going to grab that layer. Okay, let's unlock it. And I am going to go ahead, unlock all of that. We're just going to get rid of that extra. We're going to get rid of those triangles. And we're going to get rid of our images. So all we have are our 3 layers. So we're going to go Command S. We're going to let that save. Let me rename layer 5. That is our left peak. Go Command S, save it one more time, and there we go. So now it's time to open up After Effects again. Oh my goodness, I have no idea if this is gonna work, if it's going to be a complete failure. But that's why you people show up. Okay. Oh, dang it, did I close it? Do not need you. Oliver says, yep. Well, it's definitely a little more interesting, not as educational, but it is a little more interesting. Let's bring in this. We want to go layer size, composition, yes please. Okay, let's close that down. So as you can see right now, we've got a clean wave comp up here, and we've got our clean layers. So if I open that up, we actually says Illustrator layers. And so we've got our 3 layers, which I am trying to do this as easy and as quickly as possible. Here for the fails, Oliver says. Bruce says, and for the wins. Thank you, Bruce. That's needed. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. I'm like, what are we doing? New comp. Let's see what we've got going on here. Social media landscape, 30 frames per second. That's fine. We have a 1920 by 1080. That's good, because if this actually works out, I may use it for my background. I don't know. Square pixels is good. 10 seconds is good. Background color, I'm just gonna go gray for the heck of it. Get back on the train. Let's name this our triangle try 1. We're gonna hit OK, and I'm gonna save this right off the bat. So we're gonna go save, and we do not want to be that. We want to go into, where am I? Not our live stream work. We need to go down to our wave triangle. And, oh, come on. Why do you say untitled? Untitled. Try 1. There we go. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to save it. All right. Let's get going. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to hold shift. We're going to select our 3 layers. We're going to bring them in like so. And it screwed it up right off the bat. That is absolutely, completely my fault. I brought these in as layers, not the comp size. So they are all over the place, and it just threw them right into the center, which is the wrong thing to do. So Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. Let's start again. Dang it, Shawn. No, usually this, now I'm not making an excuse, because that's just flat out a screw up on my part. But usually the majority of the time when I'm building stuff, I want to actually as layer size, not as comp size. So that was an oops. Oopsie, not as layers, as comp. Where are we? Clean wave. Okay. Comp. Document size. Okay. Now I select these 3. We bring them in. We've got a single comp. Yes, please. Use the dimensions from Illustrator. Yes, please. The duration is still 10 seconds. Yep. And everything is good. Gonna hit OK. Now we've got everything that we need. Alrighty. Happy, joy. Let's jump back into our comp. Let's do our comp settings, because now I'm not liking the gray. I am not liking the gray background. No, you know what? Actually, that's fine. We're gonna cancel out of that. We're gonna just double check everything's good. All right. To begin with, let's jump up here. We're gonna go a layer, new layer, and we want a solid color layer. And let's go ahead. We're gonna grab this color there, and we're gonna jump in, and let's make it, for now, we can always change this, but we'll make it lighter. We're gonna hit OK. We're gonna drag this down, and I do not like that at all right now. Okay. Meh, we're okay. I think we're okay with that color. We may throw some adjustments on it, but that's fine. All right, now let's save this again. So, let's do a save. This is still... What did it save it as? Try one. Okay, good. Everything is good. Everything is good. All right, so... I think the way that I'm going to have to do this is maybe do an overall effect on everything. And then I can individually go in. So I may have to matches your shrimp. It would be better. You could pre-comp the peaks. And then do an overall adjustment. Or would it be easier to do a pre-comp? First off, before we do anything, we got to turn these into shapes. Oh my goodness. So we need to right click on our layer and we need to go into, I hope you can see this. You can't. This is important. So let me make it so you can see it. Okay. Right click on your AI layer. We're going to go to create, and then let me get rid of my lower third there. We've got create a shape layer from vector layer. So we're gonna do that. Give it a second. Now, as you can see, we've got the shape layer symbol right there. We still have our AI. We do not need that anymore, so we can actually go ahead and delete that. I'm going to right click. Now let's do these individually. Let's just do them individually. I mean to double click. We're going to right click. We're going to create shape layers again on that one. We can get rid of that AI file. And let's do the last one. So hopefully you can see that. If you've got questions why I'm doing that, is because there are certain animations. Well, really, you can't animate an AI file very well. So that is a problem. Okay. So we've got what we want. Now, if I do, let's go ahead. I'm gonna follow what Rick did a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and go layer, new, and we're gonna just go ahead and get a null layer. I think you can also do this with an adjustment layer, which is fine. And on this adjustment layer, I want to test this. Let's grab a turbulent displacement. So turbulent displacement down here under distort right there. And we're going to put that right there onto our null. And as of right now, let's go ahead. We're going to parent all of these to our null. So I'm just going to grab the pick whip and get it right there. So we've got nothing as of right now. So we need to get in here and we're going to mess with our offset. We're going to whip it good. Let's see here. Because this is important, under the evolution options pinning. Now, usually what you can do, you have all of these options of how you want to pin it. Now, I'm going to say none for right now. And this is because I made this larger than what we've got. Sandrine, yesterday's Adobe Live, I can't even remember if it was Barbara or Carol. Somebody was talking about using a clipping mask, and she came back and she's like, every time I do a clipping mask, I do clip it good. So that was last night. That was pretty funny. All right, so we need to keyframe our evolution and we need to keyframe our offset turbulence. That's now my tool set. You can have it. You can have it. Okay, so within our null, let's go ahead. We're going to open that up and let's see what we've got. Let's just go ahead. Carol says, that was me just checking in. Hi, Carol. That was a good one. Chat was going last night because I wanted to put in something like, I wanted to continue on with the song. I started typing and then chat went and I'm like, oh, okay. All right, so we've got our displacement occurring from this region right here. Let me think. There's a peak here. There's a peak there. So we may want to actually go from there. Let's mess with our evolution. Oh, that's not... Let me go ahead, reset this. Bring up our complexity a little bit more. You can just sing it now if you want, Shawn. No one's going to stop you. YouTube will. I'll get a copyright ban. I was an Illustrator before. I started out in Illustrator. Actually, I started in After Effects. I don't know. I started someplace. Actually, take it the other way. So interesting that it is not, even though I have everything parented, it's not happening. Okay. Let's delete the null. Anything, what did I get? All right, it's talking about music. Gotcha. Maybe it has to be an adjustment layer. Oh. It has to be an adjustment layer. Okay. Let's hit none. Okay, now that's taking, nope. Yeah, Rick, get back into pin all of our edges. So our edges are pinned. Let's play with, actually, keyframe. Nope, let's not keyframe that. Let's keyframe our evolution, keyframe our offset. And we may want to take the complexity down. That's the bottom of my swimming pool there. You have a swimming pool, Sandrine? I don't think you do. I'm jealous. You have an ocean. I'm jealous of that. I have a river, but Carol says, Shawn, saw you mention goats. Do you have some? I got to meet some at Disney World years ago. They're sweet animals. Carol, I have one goat. That's the goat I was talking about. Oh, okay. The mutton chops, Terry White, and I was afraid of this, and I hope it didn't come across. Terry White was doing a stream in which there was a gentleman, and I cannot remember his name. I apologize. He had the most magnificent mutton chops, and they came down and it like spread out. And I was like, I need that for my goat. Now, I really hope that people didn't take it as in I wanted to give the same haircut to a goat. I meant my goatee. That's what I meant. I did not mean an actual goat. I meant my goatee. So I really hope it didn't offend anybody. I was concerned. I was like, oh no. Nothing but mutton chops. It was spectacular. I mean, the guys, if you had a goatee like this long, but it came down this way, like this far down, and you had nothing on the chin, I couldn't pull it off. Nope. Okay. It was the GOAT, the greatest of all time of mutton chops. Yes. And by the way, Carol, talking about goats, my in-laws, my mother-in-law thought it would be wonderful to get miniature goats. So she got a miniature goat, and it would get on everything. It would jump on cars and little tiny thing. It was, oh, so cute. My father-in-law hated it. But probably, I think this was the last straw, but it was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. We drive up in the truck, and this goat acts like it's a dog. So it's running around the truck, and it's all freaking out. So we get out of the truck, and he's like, yelling at the goat to not jump on him. And he goes, oh, I forgot my coffee. And he opens his door, and he bends over to reach in to get his coffee cup, and that goat came straight in right on his buttocks and rammed him and pushed them in. They didn't have the goat much longer after that. I sat there and I laughed like you wouldn't believe. Oh my gosh. I was on the ground laughing. Oh. Sandrine says, I had a goat when I was a kid. My dad insisted on naming it. It like my grandma, his mill. We also had a dog, and the dog jumped with the goat in unison. Devlin says, I did have goats, but they all got old and now dearly departed. Oh, mother-in-law, gotcha. In Oregon, that's a state in the United States, there's a couple places that has goats that that climb trees. They like go from big tree to big tree, and they put up boards, and you go and you pay money. All right, let's go ahead. We're gonna reset this displacement, and we're gonna see what we can get here. If there's any options before we move on. Carol says, I've seen photos of them. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, they have one down the street from my parents' house. I can't say I've been. Oh, goat yoga. Yep, I've seen that. There's a winery here that now does wine yoga. Any goat will climb a tree if it can. Yes, that is true. We've always talked about like solar panels, like why they use sheep instead of goats to keep the grass down when you've got solar panel fields. And it's because goats will jump on them. That's why. Okay. Can't bring the complexity down anymore. Got here. Oh, I've seen that too. Oliver says Welsh mountain goats casually walk along vertical cliffs faces like they're just out for a stroll. And Sandrine says, I saw goats climbing over a face of a dam. Yeah, I've seen that too. Sheep are lazy. Or are they smart? I'm not saying sheep are smart. I'm just saying maybe sheep are a little smarter than goats. Sheep are like, nah. I don't need to get up there. Sheep are smart. They have fur. Okay. The displacement is not going to work. Sheep are so much easier on my fences. Some sheep are very clever, others not so much. Yeah, I could see that. All right. Wait a minute. We adjust. Let's see here. We've got bulge, twist. Let's play with this. Sheep are better for lawn maintenance. Goats are just wiping the whole thing to no time. Yeah, yes. Do they have blackberries? They might be called something else in the UK. Okay, let's bring up the amount. Bulge is kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Twist, I know we don't need that. Turbulent, smooth. No, not raspberries. Blackberries are, they're kind of like a raspberry. You know what? This is always interesting. Let me bring this up. Okay. So a blackberry, this is a blackberry, right? And they're so yummy. And the thing is, blackberry bushes, as you can see, have horrifically sharp, many thorns. And they grow like weeds. Like this is a normal blackberry bush. There's so many berries in the family. Yes. So that's, and you can't get rid of them. I mean, it's just, they're horrific. So the best way to get rid of them, if you have any bit of land and blackberry bushes are growing on them, is to get a goat. Get a goat. Brambles. And I know I'm saying it wrong. Brambles. I've never heard of brambles. Mulberries on a tree, so much easier to pick than blackberries. Yep. A blackberry tree was in my yard in Gainesville. Wow. I said it fine. Ladies and gentlemen, today's date, February 29th. Shawn actually spoke an English word correctly. Please take note. Oh, that's a rarity. That's a rarity. They call them Bremen in the Netherlands. It's a leap day. It is. I just noticed that. It is a leap day. You guys are getting an extra stream. Which word? Once every 4 years, I get a word right. Oh, that's not funny, guys. Come on, don't be mean. Okay, let's make this bigger so we can see what we're doing. Baubles. Baubles. The bowels. The bowels of your dictionary. Cross displacement. Baubles on brambles. Don't like that at all. Only pulling your goat. That's funny. Good job at circling it back around. Good job. Good job. Okay. A blackberry oh no, I have to look at this. Oh my gosh. A blackberry bauble set. No, I don't want to join now. I love the fact that chat has like 2 computers at least, whereas they've got me on one and then Google up on the other. Anytime something comes up, everyone's Googling. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that's funny. All right, let's get rid of this adjustment layer. Even though it's cool, it's not going to work for what we're trying to do. That's why we have tabs for Shawn. Let's kick that back. Go ahead. I'm going to reset that. Thank you very much. We're just going to turn off that adjustment layer. But before we do, let's go ahead and we're going to rename this and actually just hit enter, return to name it. And we're going to call this our turbulent displace. I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to keep it, but we're going to turn it off for now because it's not working. It's not working for us. All right, we need to dive in for some searching here. Let's go back into our comps and checking out our comp setting. We need to see what our 3D renderer is up here. So just so you know, if you open this up, you've got Classic 3D, Advanced 3D, and Cinema 4D. Each one of these does something different. So you have to actually realize which one you want. I think I'm gonna stick with Classic 3D for right now, and we'll see what we get. Just double checking what we've got there. We're gonna go ahead, hit OK. And I wanna see our new animated presets, because if I've got to go through and let's actually turn these 3 layers into 3D objects, because we may have some type of 3D animation that's already set up that may work. I don't know. So, I have no idea what any of these do. 3D channel extract, a crypto mat, a depth mat, I know what that does, a depth of field, an extractor. Extractor. I wonder if that's what we want. Fog 3D, an ID mat, or an defend. Yeah, I defend it. Blah. I can't speak. Not gonna speak. I'm done. Thank you, everybody. Let's see what extractor does. Let's go ahead. Let's make a new layer. So layer. You need to be on a layer that actually works. We're gonna go layer, new, and adjustment layer. And let's see what extractor does. Oh, okay, it's extracting the channels. Carol, have a great day. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, that is not what we want. Extractor could be name of a dinosaur. Extractosaurus. An Extractorsaurus. Well, we can delete that. We do not need an extractor. Oh, yeah. Maybe we do need to jump in and puppet warp. Let's do this. We're going to, I need to leave those layers on. If we puppet warp, could go to that layer there. That's the thing, we don't have a lot going on outside of that, of our peaks. This makes it difficult to see, I know. Let's try it. Oh, puppet warp is not a... Shawn, it's not an effect. Puppet warp is up here in the top. That's our roto brush. Here is our puppet warp up here. So if we long click, we've got our puppet warp position pins, our puppet starch pin tool, our puppet bend pin tool, which we do not want. We have our Puppet Advanced Pin Tool and a Puppet Overlap Pin Tool. Ooh. Go ahead, we're gonna grab the pin tool to begin with. And we need to, let me zoom in. We're gonna need to pin the major points on the large triangles. And the thing is, I don't know if I'm getting all the triangles or if I'm just getting like one triangle. No, wait, this is all one layer, so it's going to be holding all of those in place. So we've got that. Let's jump over here. Grab that. That one. That. That. Okay. Now, zoom out a little. Let me think about this. Need to put a pin there. Put a pin on these points. On the edges. May need to change this up. Again, we're just exploring. We're gonna see what we can do easily. Okay. All right, let's go Command Z, put that back. We need to add more pins on the corners to make sure that's not moving. Okay, grab the selection tool again. Now, to create the effect that I'm thinking about is you would do something like, oh, that looks horrid. That looks horrid. If it's coming up, it would get narrower. Yeah, we got to take this. Let me go Command Z. Take that down to half. Half resolution so we can figure this out. So every other pin, what we can move, it's going to give us some funky distortion. Because it's like bending right there. Sandrine, have a good day. Yeah, Puppet Warp is not going to be working on this. That's funny, Rick. That is funny. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's just delete. Maybe. Let's go into our effects on that layer. Let's delete our puppets and get it back where we were. And I'm gonna show this. Before we do, I want to open up what Oliver found really quick. I gotta scroll back up through chat. Oh, wow. It's a ton of chat. My gosh, people. There we go. Holy cow. Like, this is pretty close to being it. Who made this? Hey, blue 3D rendered by Gonin? They just downloaded it from Adobe stock. They could have. I mean, now what do we have? It's a movie file, HDR. I would totally download this, except for I lost all of my stock credits. Yawn, hello. Yawn. So this is where it came from. If you were not here on Tuesday, it's at the Frankfurt airport, made, at least used by Media Frankfurt. Oh, also, really quick. Okay. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. Okay, you were here. All right. I just wanted to clarify. They seriously could have just... I think it is the same thing. That really looks like the same file. Oh my gosh. Like, even the movement. Okay. Well, Yawn, okay. This is, so we were trying to, trying to work on it. And this is what Rick made in After Effects. Watching the heartache. Yeah. So Rick put that together and actually shared the After Effects file with me. I am the technical liaison to all partners in the media and entertainment space, so I need to understand how all the 3D apps work. I'm just not good at them. That is disappointing. That is disappointing. I mean, look at all these. Oh, Jan says, by the way, I got lost in Munich yesterday, or München, and coincidentally came into the street of Adobe Center in Munich. Did you go in? Did you go, where's Tim? I want to talk to Tim. Where's Tim Mobest? I totally would be. I'd be like, excuse me. Do you know who I am? I would like to speak with Tim, please. Noticing a lot of companies are using Adobe stock. I saw an advertisement giving credit to Adobe stock. Yeah. I know. Jan says they don't know me, just my name, because they know you, Shawn. Yeah. It's not. How much does he have? He's got 100 pages. This has to be a company. This cannot be an individual person. I'm not going through 100 pages. Let's hit find similar. Yep. Well, the issue that I see, and I thought the only thing that's missing there is a big QR code to join Adobe Live after walking down the street. Yeah, Frank, have a good day. So, okay, some of you are saying that this is 3D, which it probably is. It probably is made in 3D somehow. I know they are animation. There is animation, not R, is animation in 3D. This is not even the video. There we go. The title says it. Seamless Loop 3D Render Animation. Thanks, Jan. I can read. Just not often. Just not when I'm getting kicked in the, yeah, kicked in the head. So if you, yeah, wow. Well, okay. Let me think here. We need to rethink my effect here. Because I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. Get rid of that adjustment layer. Turbulence displacement. Jan and Oliver are masters of the obvious. I read it right there. Yes, that is true. I give credit to that. Okay, well, this project is going to be going into the bin. But I would like to show you something really quick before we, time to learn Blender. Jeez, we don't want that. Before we actually dive in, and let's turn off these as 3D layers. We're going to leave these as just 2D layers. And we are going to grab our right peak, which is over here. Let's grab this. So, this was really frustrating for me with the selection tool. Now over here, right above my head, you can see we've got a layer. Okay, it's got our layer transform, it's got our layer contents, and then it has the groups, which is each one of these triangles. Okay, wonderful, great, thank you. If you get in here and you try to move it, it's just going to move. Command Z to bring it back. Oliver says, I didn't intend that. They're on stock to be a downer, just interesting. It doesn't take anything away from what you're trying to make on your own. I agree, but I'm not seeing, other than what Rick did, I'm not seeing a way forward. That's the issue where I'm at right now. All aboard struggle bus, 0 leaving for all stops, heartache, frustration, the bin. This is one of those things that I'm okay with. I came across, I saw something that I wanted to try, and I'm trying it. And as I said, I may fail, I may not. And this was a fail. But in the process, I did pick up some really good tips. Now, will I revisit this after really digging into Rick's After Effects file? Maybe. We'll see. It's not like I'm going to throw this completely away, sitting on my hard drive. But I did learn some stuff along the way. So, and usually I like to share that stuff with you. Okay, so we are going to jump in here now. As you can see, I've got my right peak that is chosen. Well, hopefully, Bruce, it makes you feel a lot better. I can jump in, hit group 1. It selects group 1 right there. And let's grab the selection tool. And I can sit here and move it around. But that is not what I want. I don't want to move that. Command Z. We have a problem within this group. I can see it right now. Let's do our left group. Let me check this one out. Interesting. Command Z. Command Z. So I built if After Effects had a create 3D path function, mine would have given the correct result. Yours did give the correct result, Rick. I think exactly what you were saying. If I took the time and jumped in and kind of tweaked some of your settings, it would have gotten it. But now I am seeing a major problem with my file. And I don't know why. Why? Okay. Group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's taking that in. But if I combine the groups, think this through. Okay. Let me make this easier. We need to get rid of all this stuff because this is a problem that I did not see before. All right, so this is one group. You can see it right now up here above my head. Let me switch sides. Let's get into that group. Now, of course, I can double click. We can go into isolation mode and I can grab that. And as you see, I've got my polygon on my group. Now, here's a major problem that's happening is within After Effects, it's taking each one of those layers as an individual layer. So what happened, and I was thinking a group within a group that this would have given me the control that needed, and it's not. So if I just grab this polygon, let's grab our direct selection tool. I select that one path. You can see I can move it around, right? It's not moving the group. Let's go Command Z. Let's set it back. Even if I select that group, hitting A, collecting that, it's still not moving the entire group. So I don't have everything together as one. In my mind, and again, this is another thing, this is a learning experience. It's taken each one of these layers as an individual. I was thinking it was going to have the groups were going to be set up, and it is not. So if I go ahead and I don't want the direct selection tool, let's open that group back up. I'm going to test something. Let's grab that group there, holding shift. Let's grab our triangle, put them in a group and try resizing. Okay, but the resizing isn't the issue that I want. Okay, I can go ahead and do this. Let me make a copy. Let me grab that one. Let me make a copy. We'll bring that over here. Okay, so we've got our group, right? Hitting escape to get out of isolation mode. Let me make a new layer. Okay. For this test, which I need to do, so on this layer, opening it up, I still have a single group. So if I select the group and I select our anchor point that we want to move, that's what's happening. So if you are trying to change the height of the peaks in which I was doing in the first thing I was showing you, this isn't going to work. Now, the first one I showed you, Command Z, didn't have the inner triangles. Okay, problem number one, didn't have the inner triangles. Michelle, have a great day. So if I grab that, let's go into our properties, and if I merge it, they go away. Command Z. We need to make this as a single object. Because the work that I would be doing it's almost like make a compound path. Okay. Path. And of course it's not there. Why are you not there? Convert to a shape. Down at the bottom of the object. Compound path. My head was blocking it. Sorry, Rick. I couldn't see it. My head was blocking it. Okay, that's what I was afraid of. Is that it takes it and it changes the stroke to all of them the same. So Command Z, Command Z, Command Z, Command Z. That's what I was afraid of. How would you do that? You'd have to put maybe outline, maybe do a compound path. Okay, let's try that again. Object, compound path, make, jump into our appearance panel, but appearances don't go over to Illustrator unless we expand it, which we could. No, you want the path. You gotta have the point. You don't want. We expand. No, path, offset path. And it offsets all the paths. This is interesting. This is interesting. Even if I did this, I'd 3 pixels. That would give me my 6. It's doing an offset of the path, but it, oh, cancel. Ooh, this is interesting. So you cannot make a shape. Wow. Okay. The idea that I'm saying you cannot make a shape is probably the wrong terminology, because the odds are you can. I just don't know how. Do we want to join the paths? Okay. All right. Don't like me. This is really interesting to me. So what I discovered, jump over into After Effects, switch sides here. Wow. Let's jump into our contents, and holy snikes, if you knew how to use Blender, this would be done within 30 to 50 minutes. Alex, hello. Well, that sounds like a boring stream, Jan. No, Jan, actually, I do not have a desire to learn 3D. I do not have a desire, because I'm still trying to learn Illustrator, After Effects, and also stay on top of everything else. Like Firefly, Express, that I have to, since I'm connected to those things. I have to. So yeah, interesting. So the idea of me learning Blender, which I know is a difficult thing to learn. All right, so let's select all of these groups. We've got 41 groups in here. Holy snikes. Let's zoom in a little bit. We're going to grab our selection tool, and you are not even giving me an opportunity to select, because At this point, I've got everything selected, but I don't have the right things selected. So let's get out of that. Let's open up group 1. Let's go to path 1 and select the path. Now with the selection tool, I've got the box and I can go ahead and select those. And if I go ahead and keyframe them, they're going to keyframe all of them. Now let me zoom out and zoom out. I said, if I grab that point, Command Z, if I grab that point like so, and I'm moving the apex, moving the peak, it is not moving the triangle within the triangles. I can move these wherever I want. It's not right. So I could have keyframed these and had the peak adjust and move like we've seen in the other ones. And I could have actually gone through and did that on all of these peaks, trying to get that kind of effect. Let's go Command Z, get back to center. But now, due to the fact these are not, all of these groups are not connected, because there's 41. That means there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 triangles within 6 triangles. Oh, okay. Modan, hello. Welcome in. Good to see you. All right. Well, that is an issue. That is an issue that needs to be taken care of in Illustrator. Okay, what are the options? Because we don't want to rasterize a group. What can we do with a group? We've got the group. Gustavo, hello. Welcome in. Wow. I'm stumped. I am absolutely stumped here. We don't want to expand. We need the path. I want a clipping mask. The compound path doesn't work. I'm gonna have to ask Jack about this one. This is a head scratcher. Alicia, hello. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a great morning. Hi, Bruce's mom. Hi, Bruce's mom. Hi, Bruce's mom. I find it interesting that this has not ever come up again. Can you just add a second stroke to the outside of the triangle? Okay. Yes, you can. Now here's the problem that I understand. So let's do that, Rick. Let's go ahead. We're going to come down, compound path. We're going to make, so we've got our compound path. We're going to go into the appearance panel right here. And No, it's going to add a stroke to everything. You're welcome, Bruce. I'm just happy she comes in. See, even there is a compound path it's not connected. What? Why? What the heck? What the heck? Before making a compound path. Yeah, you can do anything, but are the appearance panels going to come out? So if we jump in, we add a secondary stroke right there, 6 points, and even let's make it bigger. And let's jump in, let's put it to the outside, please. And now, as you can see, we've got 2 strokes on our exterior. I think maybe if you drew the opposite inner triangle, then the points would line up. That's making my head hurt. I think maybe if you drew the opposite inner triangles, then the points would line up. Okay, here's you got me stuttering. All right. Why is it not even taking the inners anymore? If you have 6 inner triangles, if you drew the other 10, then the external vertices would be the same as the inner triangle. Yes, that is what I tried to do to begin with. Let me open up. But I tried that. That's what I tried. And the problem with that is, even as I was putting them together, and let me open up the other file. Oh. Wait a minute. You guys are getting such a freaking headache again. The headache means chat's doing its job. Now I know why Jack hates triangles. Okay. I think I got all of this. Let me close my appearance panel. Let's go. Yeah, I got that locked. Yep. There we go. We are gonna let's move this over to the side. Let's make a, I'm in the wrong, there we are. Let's make a copy of that. We're going to bring that over. We're going to make another copy of that. We're going to select all of those, holding shift down. We're going to bring those around like so. Let's grab those, and we need to ungroup them. So in our property, we can ungroup really quick right there. We're going to grab this one. We're going to bring it over. Everything lines up perfectly. Thank you. We're going to grab, no, I do not want to go into isolation mode. Let's grab that one. We're going to put that one right there. Let's grab this one, bringing this over, and okay. So we have our triangle, right? Yippee. Now, if we go ahead and we make a copy, the only perception, okay. Make a copy. So we've got our set of triangles. Now, initially, when I was building this, this is what I first tried first. I can speak. I grouped them. I didn't put them in as a compound path, but if we want to make this any larger, so as of now, we've got our stroke set to 3. The problem is I want a 6-point stroke on the exterior. Okay. So let's go ahead. Not that. Let's go ahead. We're going to turn that into a shape. And I don't know why it gave me that. Just delete that. Get it out. We're going to grab that. Let's take this up to a 6-point shape. I'm going to grab. That's not going to work. Let's just. Why is that not a 6-point shape? That does not look like 6 points. Yeah, it is. Okay. Stroke, we want to make sure that we put this onto the outside. There we go. And we can bring this over and lay it over the top. Okay, so we are back to the exact same shape that we want. So we're still, everything is separate. Nothing is. That is the only triangle that is actually grouped. This section here, as you can see here, everything else is individually shaped. So let's make sure, well, it doesn't really matter if it's on top or on bottom, but let's make a compound path. And nope, that doesn't work. That goes back to a 3-point. So we're still trying to figure out a way to get these all together. Alt click. Took away the inside. Shawn, have a good day. Thanks for stopping in and sharing your 3D knowledge with us. And I'm not being facetious. I mean that. Don't take it that way. Even though I sounded very sarcastic. I'm not. Hey, Shawn, let me know if you're going to Frankfurt to the Adobe event. I still don't know what to do. I still don't know how to turn this into into anything. Because now if I grab this and I want to do, let's go back into our appearance. And we've got a mixed, and you're not even giving me the opportunity. So let's go in here, path, offset path. It's offsetting all of those paths. It's not even offsetting the exterior, just the interior. So Command Z, Command Z. Wow. This is. When is the event? I've seen the appointment somewhere. I don't think I have time to go though. Tangent, going into my Discord. Coming up to announcements, and you will see the event coming soon to Frankfurt right there. March 20th. Rick, have a great day. Devlin says, it doesn't work as an expanded object. It needs to be paths. Yes. Yeah. The reason... Oh, Jan, let me put this into chat. Come on, Shawn. Morning, PJ. The reason is as I'm going through and making those adjustments in Illustrator, you're adding so many more points. Jan says March 20th was bad appointment for me, but thanks for the link. You're welcome. There's gotta be one coming up for Munich. I would love to go to that one too. Hamburg is just too far away, and it happened a couple days ago. So I kind of missed it. That's a 5.5 hour drive. Oy. Oy. Hamburg's a tough one. Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking I need to take this to Jack. I need to, hey Jack, how do you do this? Because if I can't get this figured out, then this is not gonna fly. This is useless. And it doesn't matter how much work I put into it. It's gonna be useless. And now I understand what Rick was talking about, that not putting in the inner triangles, he was able to get the effect and at a getting it to work, but he's still dealing with individual triangles. You're not dealing with the triangles within a triangle. So, collab. Okay. This is the conversation that Jack and I usually have when I have specific questions about something. I'm like, hey Jack, do you know how to do blah 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 in Illustrator? And she goes, oh, I've signed up for CropCon in April. I don't even know what CropCon is. I've never heard of that. I'm just joking. Jack is immensely helpful. And I love streaming with Jack. I think we're good together. I think we're a good team. She's smart and I'm the comic relief. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done. I'm at a stale point here, or I'm at a stalemate here with this Illustrator shape. Bruce says, but maybe when she hears it's with triangles, she might look the other way. For those of you that have not been in Jack's streams, she does not like triangles. That's it. That's does not like triangles. Oh, that's funny. I didn't think of that, Bruce. She may not like it. She may say no. Okay. Oh, Lord. Now, today was... Again, this whole thing has just been a learning process. Trying to figure out the little kinks and nooks and crannies of what I'm trying to create here. and not going well. But right. Nope, we don't need to save that. Let's bring up Illustrator or After Effects. This disappoints me because this actually looks pretty cool. Like I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It's a good idea. It's just I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Bruce says, great attempt though. Commend you on getting on the struggle bus. Yeah. I mean, it's funny. Whenever I see something cool, it's like, ooh, can I do that? And today's answer is no. No, you can't. You would like to, but you can't. It does look cool. Well, I really want to commend Rick on what he made. And you know what? Let's actually show it again. Great props to Rick. Where are we? I just got a message. Sorry. One day we'll get you triangles. We'll get you. Stream chat. That's what I'm looking for. So. We are not animating the bus. Sorry, Devlin. Not gonna happen. I do want to dive into this. I want to check this out a little bit more. It's really close to what I would like. Perhaps you can do that part. Oh. No, Puppet Warp doesn't work. After Puppet Warp in both, I've done that, PJ. You can watch the replay. It doesn't work. It does not work. It's not pretty. So, the issue, to begin with, the issue right now is I've animated that, animated parts of that, but I am in Illustrator. Okay. The issue here, if I go in and select a point, and as I'm animating that point in After Effects, which is what I did, with a solid triangle, the other triangles do not move along with it. So creating the triangle with the inner triangles with different strokes and being able to animate that from one point, if I cannot turn this into a shape, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Bruce, the intro, there is a mosaic, or is it? No, Venetian blinds. I think it is, with color shift. So it's more geometric than triangle-esque. But, you know, I like it. It's just I saw this. Wanted to try something new. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I have to be able to turn this into one single path. What if they were smart objects? There are not smart objects in Illustrator. How do... Now you got me thinking, PJ. Coming in in the last 9 minutes and is like, hey, what if it's a smart object? I've never animated anything outside. I've never animated a PS file in After Effects. And I don't know how well smart objects play in After Effects. Because the question is, would it know? Okay, let me jump back over into After Effects. All right. Get into our project here. All right, so this is where I'm kind of questioning that now, and I think I'll try that. I'll try it and see if it works. But as you can see, I've got 3 layers. That's it. So I've got, yeah, at Illustrator, you're not able to do this. I've got the 3 Illustrator files, right? So when you bring in an Illustrator file, and I'm gonna bring it in. Let's just grab this one again. Let's drop it. Let's put it at the top. Okay, so it says Illustrator file. There we go. To be able to animate it, because it's missing, all you can do is really transform it. I mean, you don't have a lot of controls that you can do with an AI file. So you have to right click and create, and I don't think you can see it right there, create shapes from vector layer. All right. So if I don't know if it's a PSD file, if it's a Photoshop file, and even though I make it using the pen tool, let's say, or the shape tool, so they are vectors, I don't know if After Effects will treat vectors the same way from Photoshop, and I don't know if it would treat or how it treats smart object. So I will dive into that tomorrow. And who knows, if I'm around, I could be around, I don't know. Tomorrow, Fridays are always busy for me. But if I have time, I could stream about it. Could give it a try live, just do a quick little demo. That's giving me thoughts, because you could actually create the triangle, turn it into a smart object, open it up, have a 6-point stroke on the main triangle, add the miniature triangles on the inside, save it with a 3-point stroke, save it as a smart object, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. No. The puppet warp, the puppet warp's not going to work. The puppet warp will not work. Do you ever do Twitch? I'm on Twitch right now. Bruce? Are you serious? I'm on Twitch right now. You guys. Killing me. 1 second. I've actually never seen myself live on Twitch. Let me go to my channel. There we go. I'm on Twitch. Nobody else is here. Maddie. I follow Maddie. Nobody else is here. Maddie. I follow Maddie. Nobody else is here. Maddie. I follow Maddie. Okay. No, but as the main show. No. You're my people. Like, you're my people. Well, I'm on Behance. That's how it goes. Behance, YouTube, Facebook, and then Twitch. Okay, let me go up. Let me read this. Convert. Okay, Puppet Warp, PJ, watch the replay. Didn't work. By the way, if anybody wants to watch a replay of this, don't know why, but if you do, go ahead and jump over to YouTube and it will be live immediately. I just had a truly horrifying idea. Make the triangle a single stroke and use the width tool to change the parameter to thicker and thinner on the interior. That is horrifying. I just gave it a try and it could be done. Oh, No, 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 no. There's okay. No. Here's the issue. This is you got me thinking. This is a major problem because I listen to you all too much. Okay, let me get over here. First off, not there. Come on, Illustrator. I still have to merge all this stuff together, not as a group. This all has to be a single object, right? So I could, you know, maybe a compound, whatever. Then I might be able to use a thicken tool on this line. But even if I grab all of this and let's jump into our properties, we want to go in, everything is gone now. All right, I tried to merge it, everything's gone, Command Z. We go in, we object, compound path, make, I'm on the wrong side. We've got our compound path. What am I missing right there? All right. We've got that. Let me see what it is. We've got our compound path right there. Okay, let's grab our selection tool. Grab that point right there. Nope, click it once. Click it once, Shawn, don't click it twice. See, okay, we got, so let's go Command Z. Let's select all of that. We need to simplify. Let's go Object, Simplify. I can tell I've been streaming in a long time. Path, nope, where's Simplify? We need to, we have to get this down to 3 points is what we want. Not path? Ah, it is path. Okay, we're 45 points right now. We need to, no. See? Why? Convert to straight, nope. Don't do that. We don't want any curvage. See that? Okay, that is a major problem there, because if you think about it, I cannot make the inner lines without having some type of path, which means it has points, which have to intersect with the other line. So I'm always going to have that problem. Like, even if, so, okay, let's zoom out. Oh, go to the lasso tool. Let's select those. I'm gonna hold shift. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Okay. See, I have to move this. I actually have to select all of these points here. Grab that. Now see, Command Z. I mean, there's a scale, there's shear, which I used all these, that's great. But no matter what, I'm still dealing with the same issue. I need to be able to grab this point and move everything. I don't know, Devlin. As of right now, unless Jack has a suggestion, the smart object seems like a possibility. Why am I buffering? Oh, because Illustrator or After Effects is saving. Sorry everybody if I've been buffering every now and then. All right, let's jump over into After Effects. Do a Command S. We're going to save that. Get out of After Effects. All right, I think we're done. Doesn't the width tool then turn it into... It's like expanding. You would have paths on the outside. I don't know. I'm gonna ask Jack. I'm gonna hit Jack up for this and see if she has a solution. I don't know. In 2 hours, Jack and I are going to be playing Prompt Jockey Ping Pong on the Firefly Discord. Come on by and give us your prompts. And Jack and I will generate them up. I don't know what the background is going to be yet, but we'll share it with you if you would like to play along. Jack will be streaming tomorrow, I believe. I may stream earlier, like at, I don't know, noon. I may do an early stream, trying the Photoshop Smart Object going into After Effects. I may not. I'll see how I feel and how much time I've got. I'm pleased that I learned a bit about the width tool. Nice. Well, even though this has been a unsuccessful attempt for me today, I'm still learning a lot. So hopefully somebody's picking up some little tips and tricks along the way. And if not, I hope you just have a good time. So Bruce is saying good times as always, Shawn. Thank you. Way to stay with it. Well, thanks, Bruce. Thanks for the feedback. I think that's all I got going on. So everybody have a great rest of your day. And if I don't see you on the Discord, I'll see you on Adobe Live. I think that's it. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, stay creative, and just be nice. Bye, Bruce's mom. Bye, everybody. Take care.